My girlfriend's obsession with Kris Tyson from MrBeast drove me to drop her off at a homeless shelter. My girlfriend was obsessed with everything related to Kris Tyson. She had posters of him on every wall, wore his merch daily, and constantly rewatched MrBeast videos, especially the ones where Kris was in. At first, I didn't really mind. Everyone has their hobbies, right? But over time it became clear that Kris wasn't just a hobby, he was an obsession. She would talk about him nonstop, and it felt like every conversation we had somehow circled back to Kris Tyson. It was like she was living in a world where only Kris existed, and I was just some background character. For her birthday, I thought I'd do something nice and bought her a custom Kris Tyson poster, thinking it would make her happy. And it did too happy. She spent hours staring at it like it was some secret artifact. She wouldn't stop talking about how amazing Kris was, how he was the funniest, the coolest, the most everything. It was starting to drive me insane. Every day it felt like I was competing with Kris Tyson for her attention, and I was losing. She'd spend hours online looking up everything about him, commenting on his social media, and even sending him DMs, hoping for a response. It got to the point where she'd ignore me to watch old MrBeast videos she'd seen 1,000 times, just to catch glimpses of Kris. One night, she was watching a MrBeast video instead of talking to me. I finally had enough. "Can we just spend some time together without Kris for once?" I asked, trying to sound calm. She looked up at me, annoyed. "It's not like I'm obsessed with him. He's just really interesting, okay?" She snapped back, clearly irritated that I was interrupting her Kris Tyson binge. But that was it for me. I couldn't take it anymore. I felt like I was invisible in my own relationship, constantly overshadowed by some guy on the internet she didn't even know personally. The next morning, after another night of her obsessing over Kris, I made up my mind. I told her we were going out and she didn't suspect anything. We got in the car and I drove straight to the homeless shelter. I haven't seen her since. Am I the jerk?